Eddie Van Halen Michael Jackson collaboration. Part 02. Eddie Van Halen recorded the iconic rocking guitar solo for Michael Jackson's Beat It. The engineers were shocked during the recording of Van Halen's solo to discover that the sound of his guitar had caused the monitor speaker in the control room to catch fire, causing one to exclaim, "This must be really good." Michael Jackson has been accused of things, but I tell you he was just a sweet, sweet guy.
I love you.
On July 14, 1984, Jackson performed Beat It live with his brothers during the Jackson's Victory Tour. The brothers were joined on stage by Eddie Van Halen, who played the guitar in his solo spot. When Q called Eddie Van Halen, he thought it was a crank call. Because of the bad connection, Eddie was convinced that the voice on the other end was a fake. After being told to get lost, Q simply dialed the number again. Eddie agreed to play the session for us and gave us an incredible guitar solo on Beat It. Taken from Moonwalk, 1988 autobiography written by Michael Jackson. Taken from Moonwalk, the autobiography by Michael Jackson 1988. Michael Jackson said, "Before I wrote Beat It, I had been thinking I wanted to write the type of rock song that I would go out and buy, but also something totally different from the rock music I was hearing on Top 40 radio at the time. Beat It was written with school kids in mind. I've always loved creating pieces that will appeal to kids. It's fun to write for them and know what they like because they're a very demanding audience. You can't fool them. They are still the audience that's most important to me, because I really care about them. If they like it, it's a hit, no matter what the charts say." The lyrics of Beat It express something I would do if I were in trouble. Its message that we should abhor violence is something I believe deeply. It tells kids to be smart and avoid trouble. I don't mean to say you should turn the other cheek while someone kicks in your teeth, but unless your back is against the wall and you have absolutely no choice, just get away before violence breaks out. If you fight and get killed, you've gained nothing and lost of everything. You're the loser, and so are the people who love you. That's what Beat It is supposed to get across. To me, true bravery is settling differences without a fight and having the wisdom to make that solution possible. Michael Jackson. Van Halen recorded his guitar solo free of charge. "I did it as a favor," the musician later said. "I was a complete fool, according to the rest of the band, our manager, and everyone else. I was not used. I knew what I was doing. I don't do something unless I want to do it." Eddie Van Halen said, "I listen to the song, and I immediately go, can I change some parts? I turn to the engineer and I go, okay, from the breakdown, chop in this part, go to this piece, pre-chorus, to the chorus, out." I was just finishing the second solo when Michael walked in. And you know, artists are kind of crazy people. We're all a little bit strange. I didn't know how he would react to what I was doing. So I warned him before he listened. "Look, I changed the middle section of your song. Now in my mind, he's either going to have his bodyguards kick me out for butchering his song, or he's going to like it." And so he gave it a listen, and he turned to me and went, "Wow, thank you so much for having the passion to not just come in and blaze a solo, but to actually care about the song, and make it better." Eddie Van Halen.
My early life, because when I was 19, Jump came out. It was a huge, huge hit, wasn't it? Like one of those things you sort of dream of as a rock star.
It's funny because at the time I had played on Beat It, on Michael Jackson's record, and his album went to #1, and our album was #2. our single was #1, his single was #2.
Eddie
And he
Van
did a Pepsi
Halen shares
commercial,
his
put
memories
hair
of
and
working
stayed
with
at
Michael
#1.
Jackson. CNN interview.
Selfish man.
To this day, you know, the guys in the band still blame me for that album not going to #1.
Is
It's
it
your
true?
fault.
Is it true you didn't get paid to be on the Jackson?
I did it as a favor, you know.
So Michael Jackson rings up and says, Eddie, you're the best guitarist in the world. Can you play on my song Beat It? It's a smash hit around the world, and you get $0.
Well, I didn't ask for anything. It was about 20 minutes out of my life. Quincy had called me up and asked me if I wanted to do it. And honest to God truth, the band's policy was, you know, we don't do things outside of the band at the time. And everybody was out of town, so I had no one to ask. And I swear to God, I figured, who's going to know if I play on this Black Kids record? But the funniest thing of all was I actually rearranged the song. The section they wanted me to solo over, it was just, you know, there's no chord changes underneath it. So I had him rearrange the song, and then Michael came in and I said, oh, I hope you don't mind, I changed your song. And he listens and he goes, no, I really like that high-fast stuff you do. And that was it. You know, it took about 20 minutes out of my
What do
life.
you feel about what happened to Michael Jackson? The big court case going on at the moment. But, I mean, a really sad end to one of the world's great careers.
He was
as
a
an
sweet
entertainer.
guy, is all I know. You know, he got accused of a lot of things, and he was just, I think, you know, he wanted to remain a kid himself.
And
just,
I got to spend a lot of time with Mike. You know, we weren't super tight friends, but we were friends, and a couple of times I got to fly with him, and you know, he gave me some good advice. He told me, LL, no matter what you do, never limit yourself. And he also told me that, you know, if they can whistle the melody, then the record can be heard worldwide, and the whole world can rock to it. You know,
Yeah.
or if you can dance.
you know, or if you can dance a little bit. So, you know.
What about for people like me that can neither write melodies nor dance?
But you can listen. You can whistle a little bit.
Yeah, guitar guy.
Yeah, you might be able to whistle.
Because